This guy is rocking a CPM S45 VN, which is a very solid steel here, very premium steel. And I got it in this satin finish right here that you can see. It is such a beauty. The PM2 is going to be longer than the Smock. It has a longer handle. Blade length is about the same, but the handle is longer, so therefore it is a longer overall knife. As far as the air goes, look at this guy, right? You can fit all 4 fingers right there, no problem. Still got a good chunk of handle still left here. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel and you're watching Miguel EDC, where we talk everything EDC gear here. Today we're going to be reviewing this guy right here, the Spyderco Para Military 2. So this is of course the infamous Spyderco PM2, very well known, very popular. I think everybody at some point in their knife EDC journey has heard about the PM2 in some way, shape or form. So I can't wait to share with you guys my feedback, what my experience has been like EDC in this guy over the last couple of months. I will say up front, if you guys recall the unboxing video, on the Para Military, military. What is military? Military, really? Military? Come on. Hopefully I don't fail. Oh, that is so good. Hopefully I don't fail. Bruh. Obviously, it comes at around $170 some around that ballpark. By the way, check the links in the description. Those are affiliate links that help out the channel at no extra cost to you if you are considering getting one of these guys. You know, this being one of the higher price EDC knives in my collection, it has certainly stood out as a very solid EDC over the last couple of weeks. And I'm just so happy I pulled the trigger. I'm so happy I made the purchase. And I have not been disappointed. This guy has not let me down whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. All right, so let's do some quick size comparisons on this guy. Of course, I mentioned at the beginning that it is the bigger brother to the Para 3, which is a smaller knife, as you can see right there, compared side by side. And then my other Spyderco knife in my collection is the Spyderco Smock. So let's throw them all on here. Let's compare. The PM2 is going to be longer than the Smock. It has a longer handle. Blade length is about the same, but the handle is longer, so therefore it is a longer overall knife. Also wider, right? The Spyderco Smock is very slim overall design, right? And of course, the Para 3 is going to be the shorter, shrunken version of the Para 2, right? So that's the Spyderco comparison for you right there. Let's check against the Demco brothers here really quick. Demco 80-20.5, regardless of blade shape. We have the shark's foot blade on top. We have the clip point blade at the bottom there. If you can see, the Para Military 2 there is going to be a longer knife, no doubt about that. All right, we also compare them to the Sencut brothers. There's the Sencut Crawley and the Sencut Saxy. By the way, reviews on these two guys are available in the channel if you want to go ahead and check them out. But yeah, both the Saxy and the Crawley are medium to larger knives, and I want to say the PM2 is still slightly longer, or just about the same size as the Sencut brothers right there. And last but not least, of course, we have to check against the Ontario Wrap Model 1 and the Ontario Wrap Model 2. Yeah, the Wrap Model 2 does not even come close. It doesn't even stand a chance. Whereas the Wrap Model 1, the bigger brother, it certainly competes with the PM2. It's probably just as long of a knife as a PM2. No doubt about that. Longer handle than the blade. It's very comparable. But yeah, huge difference in price. Again, the PM2 being around almost $180 out the door with taxes and everything included. Of course, I have the G10 version. There are some lightweight versions with FRN. We'll talk about that a little bit more here in just a second. But yeah, this is the G10, black G10 version, and so around $180. Check the links in the description. Whereas the Wrap Model 1 and Wrap Model 2, both of these are going to be around the $35 to $40 ballpark. So something to keep in mind right there. This is a quick carry profile right here next to the Para 3. Right, very spot on with the Para 3. Actually, might be just as wide, exactly the same there. Checking against the Spyderco Smock, right? You got the PM2 on the right, the smoke. The Smock is on the left, right? You guys be a judge of that. Very comparable. Next, we got the Demco brothers, regardless of blade shape and the great rivalry. Yeah, the Demco 80-20.5 is going to be slimmer, no doubt about that. Next to the Saxy here, Saxy on the left, PM2 on the right. Saxy is going to be just a little bit wider by a hair. Next to the Crawley, Crawley is going to be also a little bit wider. Ontario Wrap Model 1 right there, right? The Ontario Wrap Model 1 is just a little bit wider than PM. And last but not least, here it is compared to the Wrap Model 2. Wrap Model 2, of course, is a smaller knife, so therefore it's also slimmer as well. Let's go over some basics here. What do we have going on with this guy? So we have the infamous PM2, of course, with the very iconic Spidey hole right there, right? The very iconic, recognizable Spyderco circle on the blade. This is the PM2. There's a Para Military version, which is the OG. It's a longer knife, and there is a Para 3, which is the smaller brother to the PM2. PM2. By the way, a review on this guy will be dropping sometime in the very near future. Stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on it. But yeah, this guy right here is a very medium to large size knife. This guy is rocking a CPM S45 VN, which is a very solid steel here, very premium steel. And I got it in this satin finish right here that you can see. It is such a beauty. Of course, the USA made knives. They are made in Golden, Colorado, USA Earth, right? In case you're wondering what planet these are from, they are still from good old USA Earth. So these are American knives. I mean, this is the real business right here. Once again, we have G10 scales going on this guy all around. I wanted to get the actual camo, right? I was really debating if I should get the camo on the Para 2. I ended up getting the camo on the Para 3. So the PM2, I wanted to keep it classy with the black G10. I know there's all kinds of spring runs and different colors with different steels. I mean, this is one of Spyderco's most popular knives right here, but I just wanted to keep it OG with all black. And again, this guy is rocking the satin finish CPM S45 VN, which is a heck of a steel, heck of a premium steel, right? This guy has a flat grind all the way around. You could see, right, kind of just, the satin finish, flat grind all the way on both ends. Just very nice. It helps with this guy being so slicey. That is one thing that this knife has going for it. It's super slicey, and that flat grind helps a ton with that. Also, the edge on this guy is terrific. I want to say I have put this guy to the test, cardboard boxes, all kinds of paper and ropes and things like that, and this guy has not disappointed me in any way, shape, or form. It's just, it has really exceeded my expectations, to say the least. Let's do a quick check here what the length and height on your pocket is going to look like. Let's compare it back once again with the Spyderco brothers here. We got the Para 3 at the bottom, we got the smoke right here on the top. Obviously both the PM2 and the Para 3 are going to be wider knives just because of, right, check out the Spidey hole, right? It's going to be so much bigger on both the PM2 and Para 3 versus the smoke, right? But that kind of gives you an idea right there. I mean, the ones with the full-size blown Spyderco hole are going to be very wide knives. That's just the nature of it. Here it is next to the AD 20.5 brothers right there, both blade shapes, right? Probably still a little bit wider, right? The AD 20.5 is already a wide knife because of how much of the blade sticks out from the handle, but yeah, very comparable, right? Very wide knives, to say the least. Next to the Saxy and next to the Crawley, of course, the Crawley is going to be way slimmer, right? Because that's just the nature of the beast right there. Whereas the Saxy, it has a bigger blade, right? A wider blade, and so that's going to make it a little bit wider, but still nowhere near close, right? How wide the PM2 is. And last but not least, of course, this is probably the more comparable one here, is the Ontario Wrap Model 1, the Ontario Wrap Model 2, and still the PM2 manages to be just that much wider because of that Spidey hole, right? But again, this should give you somewhat of an idea, right, what it's going to be like in your pocket. Of course, you have some really good spacers right here. This guy has some very nice thick spacers, right, going on. And if it has anything for sure, is it has a huge, and I mean a huge, all right, lanyard hole. Look at that thing. That thing is thick. Look at the spacer just for the hole right there, for the lanyard hole. That thing is massive, right? So much so that it takes priority over the pocket clip. The pocket clip kind of gets tossed to the side a little bit, right? This lanyard hole is humongous, right? I know this knife is carried by a lot of professionals as well, so a lot of folks and for a lot of applications, a lanyard hole definitely comes handy. But yeah, that you're gonna have no issues with that if you're into lanyard holes and whatnot. Let's check out the inside. So this guy has a little bit of milling, right? As you can see right there, kind of like that diamond looking hexagon, not hexagon, but slanted rectangle. Can't think of the exact shape. This is not geometry class right now, but you guys get the idea, right? It is milled, right? It definitely got some milling going on that helps with the weight a little bit. As far as the blade alignment, look at that thing, guys. That is smack in the middle, right? That is super aligned right there. You guys be the judge. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, even after a lot of use, right? And I showed you a second ago, right? That blade is rock solid and it's still very aligned. No doubt about that. So in conclusion, guys, hopefully I've been able to add some value, right? If you're considering purchasing this guy, don't forget to check the links in the description. There are affiliate links that help out the channel at no extra cost to you. Yeah, one of the most iconic knives in Spyderco's lineup. Like I always say, right, you got nothing to lose. If you've been eyeing this guy for a while, perhaps if you're considering getting into Spyderco for the very first time, guys, just take this guy for a test drive. I'll tell you, you would not be disappointed. I cannot recommend this guy enough. This is a solid knife right here. This is probably top 10, right? Top 10, maybe even top 5 best EDC knives of all time. All time. We're talking all time EDC knives. The Spyderco PM2. It is that good of a knife. All right, that being said, guys, let me know in the comments if I missed anything, if there's any additional questions or different things I didn't touch on the review. Let me know in the comments. I'm going to be hanging out down there answering any questions, any concerns that you may happen to have. Don't forget to like and subscribe for this video if you find it helpful. It is very likely that by the time you're seeing this video, the review on the Para 3 is already out. I'm going to go ahead and put a card right here, right? If you want to go ahead and check that review next, certainly can. An awesome EDC as well. Guys, thank you so much for making it this far. You guys are the real MVP. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.